Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into a celestial world of gods, ceremonies, and ancient secrets. A wisp of smoke rose from the incense burner, and a faint fragrance of lotus blossoms floated in the air. The lotus fairy Yandan stood on the bridge of nothingness at the heavenly punishment platform, her white dress fluttering in the wind. She was as beautiful as a flower, but her heart was as still as water. The man with his back to her was the immortal Emperor Ying Yuan. Ying Yuan stood there motionless. Yandan was utterly heartbroken and regretted ever loving him. With tears in her eyes, she bid farewell to this world and plunged into the bottomless, icy pool. The story dates back 500 years. An ancient clan left behind two four-leaf lotuses blooming side by side. Each lotus was a precious, medicinal treasure. And the Celestial Emperor held a grand banquet at Ep1, inviting beings from the demon, monster, and underworld realms to witness this rare gem. The fairy Firefly, head of the Myriad Dharma Pavilion, searched the crowd but couldn't find Ying Yuan. She inquired with the Star Lord Jadu, who knew Ying Yuan's aloof nature and unlikely to join the commotion. At that very moment, Ying Yuan was leisurely drinking tea and playing chess in his Yangsu Heavenly Palace. Elder Shuahua of the Demon Clan wanted to use two four-leaf lotus flowers to celebrate the birthday of the evil god Zhuangshang. Marshal Hu, the chief commander of the celestial soldiers, stepped in to stop him and even mocked Zhuangshang, who was not yet 10,000 years old. This enraged Shuahua, who threatened to steal the lotus flowers. The two immediately began fighting.
Shuahua pressed his advantage, each move deadly.
Woad gradually lost ground, and Shuahua resorted to his trump card, attempting to seize the flowers by force. Immortal Lord Bombing Star Lord Jadu and Fairy Yingdang also joined the fray, and the battle raged on, neither side gaining the upper hand. Ying Yuan arrived just in time and subdued Shuahua effortlessly, rescuing the two four-leaf lotuses and transforming them into two beautiful young women. Shuahua was furious and threatened to depose Ying Yuan. The emperor arrived upon hearing the news and commended Ying Yuan's actions, asking him to name the two girls. Ying Yuan named them Zhi Xi and Yandan, and the two sisters remained in the immortal realm from then on. 300 years passed. In the blink of an eye, She was intelligent and studious, and was promoted to the deputy manager of the Mi-Alpha Pavilion. She hoped that Yandan would stand out by passing the immortal examination. But Yandan was not interested in it and preferred to be an unknown little fairy servant. The fairies gossiped in private, wanting to see Yandan fail the exam. Yandan simply set up a betting game with Lu Ming, a fairy servant in the library, both of them wanting to take this opportunity to make a fortune. Every 500 years, a spectacular event takes place in the heavens. The Mystic Dharma Pavilion's Grand Star Welcoming Ceremony. Immortals of all ranks gather at the legendary corner of heaven to receive blessings from the four great emperors. It's the event of the century, and our protagonist, Yandan, is buzzing with excitement. There's just one tiny problem. She's a low-ranking immortal, and the corner of heaven is strictly off-limits, guarded more heavily than a dragon's treasure. But you know Yandan. She's not one to give up, is her friend, Lu Ming, suggests they find another way to witness the spectacle. Meanwhile, Yandan's twin sister, Zhao Xi, is busy preparing for the ceremony with the other immortal servants. But trouble arrives in the form of the head fairy, a real piece of work named Firefly Lantern. She struts in, snatches the lotus flower from Xi's hair, rips it to shreds, and banishes her to guard the most remote, forgotten corner of the ceremony. Left with no choice, Xi quietly complies. Never one to be deterred, Lu Ming has a plan. He secretly borrows the Mermaid Clan's treasured mermaid pearl mirror, a magical artifact that can show them anything. The only issue, he can't get it to open. So, he teams up with the ever-resourceful Yandan. Working together, they finally manage to activate the mirror just as the ceremony is kicking off. Unfortunately, their combined spiritual power isn't quite enough. They only catch a fleeting glimpse of a powerful figure's back before the connection fizzles out. This mysterious figure is none other than the legendary Emperor Ying Yuan. In the mirror, they witness his immense spiritual power transform into a shower of countless stars, raining down upon the awestruck immortals who bow in reverence. Back at the Hidden Stone Pavilion, the servants are all abuzz, gossiping about the famous Emperor Ying Yuan. They've all heard tales of his unmatched good looks and formidable power. But since he's a total recluse, none of them have ever actually seen his face. Yan Dan, however, is unimpressed. She scoffs, thinking he's nothing special. You see? She holds a grudge. Years ago, after Ying Yuan saved her and her sister from danger, he pointed out that one twin was strong and the other weak, identifying Zhi Xi as the weaker one. Yan Dan has never forgiven him for that comment. After the ceremony, Zhi Xi diligently collects the fallen starlight into a porcelain bottle, but Firefly Lantern just can't leave her alone. She swoops in, hurling insults at Zhi Xi and mocking Yan Dan for being lazy and always thinking about food. This time, she has had enough! She bravely stands up to Firefly Lantern, exposing a dark secret about how she framed the previous head of the household to get her position. Furious at being exposed, Firefly Lantern lunges for the bottle of starlight, but just in the nick of time, Emperor Ying Yuan himself appears. He stops her with a single gesture and gives her a stern lecture that sends her scurrying away. Grateful and inspired, she immediately gives the bottle of precious starlight to Yan Dan. She dreams of quickly ascending to a higher immortal rank, gaining the kind of power Ying Yuan possesses so she can always protect her sister. Yan Dan, on the other hand, has different dreams. She loves reading scripts and acting out plays, aspiring to become the greatest storyteller in all the realms. The two sisters share a touching moment, encouraging each other to follow their hearts. Being her naturally mischievous self, Yan Dan soon gets a new assignment, serving as a celestial attendant to the Northern Sea Immortal Lord. Her main duty, feeding the fish at a place called Suspended Heart Cliff. Near the entrance to the cliff rests a giant celestial tortoise, and every single day, without fail, some prankster flips the poor tortoise onto its back. Yan Dan has been trying to catch the culprit for ages but has had no luck. One day, she heads out, and, you guessed it, the tortoise is flipped over again. This time, she's ready. She spots a figure dashing away and gives chase. When she finally catches up to the person, she's stunned to see that the mysterious tortoise flipper is none other than Emperor Ying Yuan. Yan Dan stares at him, a strange feeling of familiarity washing over her, but she just can't quite remember where she's seen his face. Yan Dan is all set to drag Ying Yuan to face the Northern Sea Immortal Lord. She reaches out, but what? With a gentle flick of his sleeve, Ying Yuan is gone, leaving her grasping at thin air. Frustrated, Yan Dan marches straight to the beaming Immortal Lord to complain. The Immortal Lord, ever the strategist, strikes a deal with her. Catch the culprit, and he'll lend her the super rare opera score, The Four Dreams of Lin Jiang. Yan Dan's eyes light up. Game on. Meanwhile, the beaming Immortal Lord is completely stumped by a complex chess game left by Ying Yuan, the Six Crowns game. He's been staring at it for ages, getting nowhere. Then, Yan Dan casually walks by, takes one look, and with a single sentence, reveals the key to solving it. Boom! The puzzle is solved. The Immortal Lord is beyond impressed, praising her brilliance and promising her free access to his place from now on. Watching from a distance, Ying Yuan can't help but crack a smile. He's starting to see that Yan Dan is a truly remarkable talent. But Yan Dan isn't just solving chess puzzles. She's pouring every spare moment into writing her play. Her goal? To help her sister, Zhi Xi, ascend to immortality. She knows that becoming a celestial lord requires enduring trials in the mortal realm. And she has a secret plan. Xia's going to ask the Emperor to let her take Xia's place and face those hardships for her. What an incredible sister. The next morning, it's back to business. Yan Dan, with looming in tow, sets a trap to catch the mysterious turtle flipper. She ties a little string to the tortoise's leg and hides nearby, ready to pounce. But who should appear? None other than Ying Yuan. He silently flips the tortoise, then pops up to tease Yandan, calling her silly for her simple trap. Yandan is furious, gritting her teeth in frustration. This guy is really getting on her nerves. Still fuming, Yandan
Heads to the Northern Sea, Immortal Lord's place.
probably to complain some more. There? She spots the immortal attendant Shi Yun, looking after two new arrivals from the Dragon Clan, Princess Chao Lan and Prince Ao Xuan, who are currently in their adorable little dragon forms. Yandan can't resist and reaches out to play with them. But, ouch. The feisty Ao.
Xuan bites her finger.
Startled by the pain, she instinctively shakes her hand, accidentally flinging the little dragon prince into a nearby lotus pond. He lands right on top of a small black fish. Panic ensues. Yandan rushes to the rescue. Shi Yun quickly pulls Ao Juan out of the water, but the little black fish, now free, gives Yandan the angriest glare you've ever seen before, swimming away in a huff. Yandan apologizes over and over, but the damage is done. She makes a mental note to deal with that fish once it transforms. There's never a dull moment with her, is there? Feeling outsmarted and outmaneuvered, Yandan decides she needs to level up. She needs some real magic to deal with the turtle flipper, aka Ying Yuan. She goes to the one person she can always count on. Her sister, Zhi Xi. Zhi Xi, ever supportive, brings the powerful Hunyuan jade belt to the Yangsu Heavenly Palace, promising to teach Yandan some spells. Yandan is ecstatic. She throws her arms around Zhi Xi in a massive hug of gratitude. But in her excitement, she accidentally knocks the precious jade belt right out of Zhi Xi's hand. It hits the floor and... smash! The beautiful gems on it shatter into a million pieces. The color drains from Zhi Xi's face. This isn't just any belt. It's Ying Yuan's absolute favorite. Oh no. This is bad. Really, really bad. What will they do now? How will they fix this mess? You'll have to tune in next time to find out. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss what happens next. See you in the next video.